Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So I'm discussing the Mercury retrograde cycle for this year. This is going to be the first Mercury retrograde of the year. It's going to be retrograding in the sign of Aquarius, and it will be retrograding from January 14th until February 4th of this year. So I want to talk about this a little bit and break it down to you guys. I also want to interpret this energy by using a tarot card, and let's get into it. So Mercury is going to retrograde, and right before it retrogrades, it's having a conjunction with the planet Saturn. And as Mercury retrogrades, conjuncting Saturn, there's a seriousness about it. Because Saturn is a serious planet. So the message that Mercury is carrying is a serious message, a message that has to do with things that really matter to us, or things that are going to impact us in a really big way. Mercury is going to align with Saturn. It's going to align with Pluto, and then it's going to align again with Saturn. And when that happens, the message is being sent from Saturn to Pluto, back from Pluto to Saturn. So I got a tarot card, and the tarot card for this is the Ace of Swords. This is a tarot card that really speaks about taking charge of your life. It's a card about new beginnings, but it usually comes from mental clarity and thinking differently about things. There can be situations that can also be happening that are very brand new, because Mercury is also squaring Uranus during this retrogradation cycle in Taurus. And there can be a lot of energy of the past and the future. And how do we bridge that, right? Mercury was the original messenger of the gods. It was the only planet that was able to go through all realms and talk to all gods, which is the planets. So what's happening right now is Mercury is bridging that gap. If you're allowing this energy to assist you, communication with your environment, your family members, your relatives, and just people that you communicate with on an everyday level, this can be there can be a lot of aha moments happening, epiphanies, or even conversations with older, mature people in your life. Or it can also be conversations with parental figures or anyone in authority. There just seems to be this big back and forth, and it's all about reclaiming your personal power. This is what I'm noticing with this Mercury retrograde cycle. So I'm going to read to you guys from one of my books, because I really think that it symbolizes a lot of the energy that will be with us. So one of the things that can manifest with this is if you are in a relationship, a romantic relationship, you can find that you have intellectual stimulation or conversations with your partner, where it can be you guys have tough conversations. There can be a lot of sincerity and honesty in the relationships that you're in, where there has to be conversations about things that are pretty taboo, intense, deep, controversial, conversations also dealing with finances, money, sharing, power, dynamics. There can be also a lot of forgiving of the past, of a painful past on top of it. So if you've had a rough childhood, or if you have a rough adulthood, this can be coming to terms with a lot of things during this Mercury retrograde cycle. And then just releasing a lot of the toxic energy and relationships, relatives in your life. I was watching something the other day about Portia Williams. I didn't watch the show, but there was a dynamic with her and her family having a really tough time on air. And I really thought about how this is very, very similar to the energy at play right now. There's a lot of releasing things. And I really like to correlate the energy in the sky with a lot of celebrities and stars. It helps with understanding the energy even more, what it's trying to interpret. what I'm trying to interpret, excuse me. So there can be also situations that have to deal with the, legal situations, contracts having to be signed. You can find that you're going back to a contract, or a contract is being revised. You can even find that there are new business opportunities for you, or work-related opportunities that are opening up, because when Mercury is retrograding in Aquarius, it will move back into the sign of Capricorn. Give me a second, guys. Let me just get the dates for you guys. Yes, so Mercury will move back into Capricorn, and it will retrograde until the 23rd degree of Capricorn and make its way back to 10 degrees of Aquarius. So Mercury is going to be retrograding in both Saturnian ruling signs, which is the past and the future. So again, we're going to the past to get something to use in the future, but it just seems like it has to be used in a different way. It has to be channeled in a different way. And the fact that Venus and Mars will be together in the sky in, I think, the end of January going into February, I think. Hold on one second. Let me double check all of this. I can make sure. Yeah, so Venus and Mars will be together in the sky with conjuncting Vesta. So all of that together is letting me know that while Mercury is talking to Pluto in its retrogression phase, which is on February 4th, which is the last day of its retrogression, there will be some kind of aha moment, insight, clarity in your relationships, because Mars and Venus and Vesta will be all together. So it's also going to be about what you're going to invest your time and energy in with this Mercury retrograde. You can find that it's a very symbolistic time. And if you want more peace, this can be a time where this transit can allow energy to come in to assist with that. It's an opportunity when transits happen. So you have to act on something that you've been avoiding. There's been something that you've probably haven't been really looking at, and you have to look at it at this time. Last year, around the same time, Mercury did retrograde in the sign of Aquarius at 11 degrees. This year, it's retrograding at 10 degrees. So whatever was happening January 2021 last year, there was something that you wanted to do, you wanted to implement, you wanted to get done. And it was something that had a higher vision, because Mercury in Aquarius is about the higher mind and thinking about the goals and the hopes that you would like to live, to establish. So those are the main themes that are returning to us. But this time, Mercury will be conjunct Saturn, which is going to allow a beautiful energy of making it a reality, to be apparent, to be available to us as well. So I really wanted to talk about that for a little bit. And if you guys have any questions or comments, you can leave them down below. You can email me at aquilaastrology@gmail.com. Thank you guys so much for listening, and I will see you guys in the next video.